The video you're about to watch contains the most accurate spread I have ever shot with a Nerf blaster, accompanied by scope cam footage to confirm that it's legit.
What's up Nerfers, and welcome back to my channel, where now that the final version is released, I'm going to have a more in-depth look at Sabre's 1-gram TDarts. Find them at the links down below. The 1.3s are still on the way. Now, compared to the sample batch I tested a few weeks ago, these actually have slightly denser foam, and in Sabre's testing gave them a slightly higher muzzle velocity as a result. Everything else has remained the same. They still have the strongest glue out of any Nerf dart on the market. It's really difficult to rip these off, and a lot of foam stays behind on the head. Now, before I get to the testing, I have some actual packaging to show you, so let's take a look at that first.
The cardboard is nice and thick on these boxes, thicker than worker dart packaging, for example, so it should help protect them through transport and shipping a little bit better. On the front, it tells you there's 200 darts in the box. There's a Sabre logo on the right-hand side and a space for distributors like Out of Darts or Foamwork Adelaide to put a sticker on the left-hand side. Plus, all the usual toy safety warnings are on the back. Notably though, in the bottom right, the factory producing these, the same ones who make the darts for Hasbro and Dartzone, they've actually put their own logo. But the main thing is, with putting their name on it, hopefully they'll never ship a bad batch. Plus, now you know who to blame for this little typo here. The first blaster I'll be testing these in today is naturally my Sabre Apex Prime. It has a 16 kilogram spring installed, 700mm barrel, and the expensive Sabre B-car attached at the front to spin stabilize the darts. For a second blaster, I'm bringing out the Guardian links I reviewed 2 weeks ago. This is the one from Foamwork Adelaide. I have made a couple of changes since then though. I've changed the prime bearings to plastic so they shouldn't scrape as loud on the metal. And up front I've attached the AccuBlue 18 B-car. And of course I need something to compare the T-darts against. So I've got their natural enemy, the 1-gram worker dart, to do a head-to-head comparison in both blasters. Let's get started with a chrono test.
Alright, first up I'm going to do the Sabre Apex Prime. I've got the Sabre T-darts first and then the worker darts after. Both weigh 1 gram each, so it'll be interesting to see if there's any difference. 304, 303, 304, 307, 312, 301, 303, 311, 302, 302. That's all 10 of those. For some reason my chrono won't connect to my phone today. Might have to replace the wire or something. But anyway, here is the 1 gram worker darts now. $317, $295, $315, $320, $307, $313, $320, $329, $319, $329. That's all 10 of those. Much more varied velocity there, but some of those numbers were higher. Let's move on now to the Guardian links with Sabre T-darts. 271, 265, 274, 266, 270, 268, 268, 259, 273, 267. That's all 10. Now worker darts. 276, 277, 266, 275, 268, 268, 280, 281, 271, 284, and that's all 10.
Over the chrono, T-darts from the Apex Prime averaged 304 feet per second with a very nice standard deviation of 3.8. Worker darts from the same setup averaged slightly higher 316, but were far less consistent with a standard deviation of 10. The Guardian links then with TDarts averaged 268 feet per second, with a nice standard deviation of 4.3. And worker darts out of that averaged slightly higher at 274, with again a little less consistency, getting a standard deviation of 6.1. It seems in both setups, even with the firmer foam, 1 gram TDarts still average a little lower FPS than 1 gram worker darts. My best guess is the extra 2mm of foam length adds a little bit of friction in the barrel, but they were more consistent, which leads into our next test, the one that I actually care about, the accuracy test. Okay guys, for the accuracy test, as usual, I'll be shooting at this 1 meter diameter target from 30 meters away, resting on a sandbag. Notably, I've attached my Runcam 2 scope cam so that you guys can see I'm aiming at the exact same spot for every single shot. We'll do the Sabre Apex Prime first with both dart types, 15 of each, and then I'll swap to the Guardian links. Sabre TDarts first. Lovely. Pretty much the same spot. Oh, the kind of accuracy we've come to expect from the TDarts. A little bit higher, I think. Hard to see the blue on black background. Nice and central. Beautiful. I couldn't really see that one because of the shade. Could have been higher, that one. A little to the right, I think. Beautiful. Beautiful. Lovely. That's all 15. Now we'll do the workers. See how those go, aiming at the exact same spot. A little bit higher. And easier to see because they're red. A little bit low and to the left. That was nice and central. Low and to the left. Center. Center, but a bit more to the right. Bit to the left. Low and right, I think that was. High and right. I mean, the workers aren't bad. We just have newer darts now. These have been around for ages. Center. Center. Missed the target entirely. Could have been a bad dart. Low and right. Over to the left. And that's all 15. Although I have noticed worker batches have been getting a little bad of their foam diameter lately. So that could explain why some of these were less accurate. Let's swap all of this onto the Guardian links.
Now I have noticed because this has lower FPS, I need to aim a little bit higher up on the target, so the scope cam, you might not actually get a good view of the target with it, but its purpose in this video is to show you that I'm aiming at the same spot every time. All right, with the Guardian Lynx, I'm gonna do worker darts first, just to change it up. Let's see how it does. Bit high up center. Bit lower. Bit to the left. Bit higher center. Bit to the left. Tiny bit to the left. Center. Not bad. Bit high. Bit to the right. Bit higher. Bit to the right. High on the left. Bit low. Bit high. All right, let's see if Sabre TDarts do any better. Hard to see, I think it was a little low. A little to the right. A little low. A little high. A little low. Decent amount higher. Central. Slightly to the right. Little to the left. Fairly close to the center, slightly to the left, I think. Little low. Low on the left. Little high. Little high. Fairly close to the center. And that's all Sabre TDarts. Comparing the two blasters, I have to say the Sabre Apex Prime is a little more accurate than the Guardian Lynx. And looking at just observation, I'd say the TDarts beat the older worker darts. But let's take it back inside and confirm.
So, first up, shown in purple, were the production 1 gram TDarts, now with firmer foam. And they were fired out of the Sabre Apex Prime. This is, without a doubt, the tightest spread I've ever seen a Nerf blaster achieve. At a distance of 30 meters or 100 feet, it has a width of only 12 centimeters and a height of 20. Take your A4 sheet of paper spreads and fold them in half, because this right here is an A5 paper size spread. And obviously you can rewind that and watch the scope cam to make sure it is a continuous set of 15 shots. It's absolutely legit, guys. Obviously, the worker dart spread shown in red with the same blaster pales in comparison. Even if I ignore that low right shot, it's still a 60 centimeter spread overall, which isn't bad. Well, it never used to be. But now we just have better darts. Taking a look at the Guardian Lynx firing worker darts shown in orange, those covered most of the target with a spread size of about 90 centimeters. Just seems the Guardian Lynx isn't quite as accurate as as the Sabre Apex Prime. And then the TDarts shown in blue shot about a 60cm spread. So about the same as what the worker darts did in the Apex Prime. So with both blasters, the TDarts were more accurate than the worker darts. And out of the lot, the win obviously goes to the Apex Prime with TDarts with the record-breaking A5 paper size spread. Then in second, TDarts fired out of the Guardian links did a little bit better than either of the two worker spreads, which are pretty much tied for last place. Maybe with a slight edge to the Apex Prime spread if you ignore the low right shot. I think the foam change to a slightly firmer type definitely paid off here for Sabre. It seems to be the secret sauce that just made these darts even better since the production samples. Giant Kid should be proud too, because not only do they make the darts, but they also actually designed these and then proposed the design to Sabre. Anyway, I hope this gives you an idea of what to expect from Sabre TDarts, which should be available in the US at Out of Darts and here in Australia at Foamwork Adelaide pretty soon, in the next 2 to 3 weeks I'd say. I'll put some links down below where you can find them, plus the blasters I used. That's all I have for you today. Like, comment, subscribe, and all of that. Here's 2 other videos you might enjoy, and as always, thank you very much for watching. See ya!